Another Brick fan here with a review of a Hogwarts Moment set. This is Charms class. This is set 76385, was released in January 2021, has 256 pieces, 3 minifigures, and cost about $30 when it was released. Like all of the other books in this series, it has this nice printing on the front in the gold and black on top of a sand blue color. Turning it to the side here, you can see we have a feather and a wand to indicate our charm, basically based off that Wingardium Leviosa spell, which was the first one they taught in the first book and movie. 3 nice minifigures, including Cho Chang, Harry Potter, and Professor Flitwick, and we'll take a closer look at those here in a little bit. The accessories that are included inside of this are 2 desks with benches, a desk for Professor Flitwick, and a display case that displays a couple of awards, and there's also a small chest included as well. Let's go ahead and get it all opened up and take a look at the contents. Here you see the classroom all opened up, and there, as you can see, there are a bunch of bookshelves along the back here, other little shelves there. There's the blackboard with the spell on it. So if we zoom in on that, you can see there's the spell on the blackboard, which I think turned out quite nicely. There's the Ravenclaw banner there in the back as well. You can see these little desks. There's 2 of them. They're designed to have a little bit of gap underneath there. And then the 3 jumper plates here to put students that would be presumably sitting at those desks. Let's go ahead and get the minifigures out of the way, and we'll take a look at all the little accessories that come with this. First up, let's take a look at some of these bookshelves that you see in the back. Obviously done with stickers. There's an archway here with a candle. There's this really nice stained glass here in the middle, which I think looks good. I already pointed out the blackboard and the Ravenclaw banner, but you also see a nice fireplace over here with a decoration over the top of that. And if you look closely over here, this is a letter piece on top of this cabinet here. Inside of our cabinet here in the middle, I've put the Charms book. And the Charms book includes the pretty common Wingardium Leviosa spell printed tile. I already pointed out these desks, but as you see, they're mirror images of each other. One is designed to go this way and the other direction. So those are areas where you can put students sitting in the classroom. There's this nice center podium here with a couple of jumper plates on it. As you can see, I've got a cookie or biscuit piece here that came with it. There's this other jumper here where you can have, I had Professor Flitwick staged on there, but you can also put another piece or accessory there if you wanted to. And then there's these just extra things that look like books that are with it. And there's one of these textured pieces along the side as well. There's also this glass display case, which in this case contains a silver goblet and a silver or gray key. Each side opens up, so you can open each side independently to get the pieces out, or simply leave them inside the case. And finally, we have this chest that contains some feather pieces as well as some teacups. So as you recall, the spell he was teaching, that Flitwick was teaching, was around levitating a feather. Let's go ahead and take a look at the minifigures now. Here we have the 3 minifigures from the Charms class. We have Cho Chang, who is from Ravenclaw. We have Harry Potter here in his Gryffindor robes. And finally, Professor Flitwick. Now this is the year 1 Professor Flitwick, and they changed the look in the movies. They changed the look of Professor Flitwick drastically in the 3rd movie. And this is the look that he is described in the book. He's described as an older gnome type wizard. So he's got the short legs, as you see here, balding head, and the big white beard. The one I'm more used to in minifigure form is like the one that came in the Harry Potter Series 1 minifigs. This is the Professor Flitwick from the Harry Potter collectible minifigure series, the first one. And as you can see, he's drastically different from the one that you see here. So they really changed the look of him, and I believe that was in the third movie where they changed that look. All of these figures have the short legs. Cho Chang, of course, has the gray legs here on the bottom that match her sweater. Interestingly, they did not include a wand for Cho Chang, but this is the same hairpiece that they used in the Harry Potter collectible minifigure series when they did a Cho Chang. I think she looks good here. Harry Potter, of course, with his normal hairpiece with a little gap so you can see the scar on his forehead. He's got the Gryffindor robes and the black legs, and then Professor Flitwick is done in this kind of olive green color with a nice vest here. Good printing on the torso for him, and this really nice beard piece that goes all the way around, as you can see here. So he's kind of got long hair in the back and the front. You can see that vest printing here on the back of him. These sweaters are pretty much exactly the same print, except that we have the Ravenclaw colors here as opposed to the Gryffindor colors for Harry. You see that hair again. Professor Flitwick looks like he grows his hair long in the back. And he's completely bald on top. It might have been nice to have one of those smooth bald pieces. It goes over the top just to round out his head, but you know, having the exposed stud is not that big a deal, and it's fairly typical of some of the bald characters that we see in minifigure form. Once again, 3 very good choices for the minifigures to be included with the book and in this set. Let's go ahead and go back, and I will show you how the set goes back together in book form and also give you my final thoughts. Like with all these sets, this is designed to all be packed up into a small compact book form. So first thing I always do is put the student book that comes with it, the minifigure size book, inside of this little cabinet here so that that is tucked away. These 2 side pieces fold in. We can set the stand up here. Here's the main kind of desk, the front desk, and then the cabinet goes on top of that. Our little display case goes over here on this side, which allows us to close this up. This allows us to close it up, and then these benches go this direction, one on each side, so they go snap right in here. Which allows us to put our book back together. So there is the Charms class book all packed up once again. Overall, another really nice set. The book is designed and sized exactly the same as the other books. Of course, done in this sand blue color to designate it as the Charms class, and different accessories, of course, inside. Still with all the nice features, so lots of little accessories that build out the total classroom, as well as the ability to pack them all together into one set. I do like the minifigures, as I mentioned while we were reviewing them. They all look good and are quite appropriate for this set. Hope you've enjoyed my thoughts on this Hogwarts Moment set. I'm going to get started on my next video, and until then, happy building. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button and be sure to subscribe to my channel. I've left a link to my Harry Potter review playlist up here on the screen.